Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. Today's a very special day. Find out why. We'll be right with you. Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. Today is a very special day because it is National Astronaut Day and also National Space Day, if you can imagine that. The purpose of both of these national days. So National Space Day occurs on the first Friday of every May, and that is to encourage our young adults, our youth, to engage in STEM programs because there's so much science and technology and a whole lot more that's involved in space flight, in working in space, on getting people in space, building stuff in space, launching probes. I mean, there is PR, there is marketing. So the message goes out to the public on what's happening. There is the building of the vehicles that are sent into orbit. There are the support roles that go into making the companies run and the government agencies run that are responsible for regulating and monitoring. Got to be polite on that. Monitoring what companies like SpaceX are doing. Like, for example, the EPA is once again pulling the environmental permit for SpaceX's launches because now they're saying that it may be too much pollution when they launch. So they're doing another investigation again, and we'll see how that turns out. Good luck, Mr. Musk and SpaceX folks. But the point is to really support and support space exploration, what's happening with commercial space, the explosion over the last 10 years in commercial space activities, and to encourage young people to be involved. Also, this is the National Astronaut Day is celebrating the first American that was in flight, in space flight. And I can look that up for you. There's a lot going on in the news as well. Let me reference this real quick here. Perhaps not. More technical problems, always. There's a lot going on in the news, particularly with artificial intelligence. We're going to touch on that real quickly before we wrap up today. So back to National Space Day. No, not National Space Day, National Astronaut Day. So May 5th, which represents May 5th, 1961. I'm reading this to you so I get this right, which is when Alan Shepard became the first American in space. Very proud day for the U.S. And, we are launching people in space once again after a 40-year hiatus. Well, not 40-year. We had the shuttle going up. Hopefully we'll get back to the moon after a 50-year hiatus. Just a personal thing. It would be nice to see us doing more activity on the moon while other countries are doing the same. So again, celebrating Astronaut Day because this is the day in 1961 that Alan Shepard became first American in space. Coming to artificial intelligence, what are you doing with artificial intelligence in your business? How is it helping? How is it not helping? How is it a threat? What are you watching? I know I've been watching how it's being applied. The unbelievable onslaught of tools that are being launched. Isn't it just crazy? The things that are coming out. Some of them really good. Some of them scary. Some of them not working so well. We are going to be doing a AI for Business Leaders Summit. Got some more on that coming up. One thing to consider, though, here's part of the impact. I just caught this earlier today. IBM, the CEO of IBM, International Business Machines, Arvind Krishna, Mr. Krishna, apologize if I didn't get that right. We responded in an interview that they are stopping hiring at IBM because they expect to replace 7,800 jobs with artificial intelligence. Now, in an organization the size of IBM, 7,800 jobs is not a huge percentage. Well, it's not insignificant. It's not a big percentage of the workforce. That's extremely important to the 7,800 people that will not be working in those jobs. And he didn't say that they were going to be laying people off, just said they're not going to be hiring more imagine that's while they're evaluating that. So again, how is that impacting your business? Where do you see opportunities and where do you see, potential risks with that in terms of what your competitors are doing or how it may change your marketplace? Is it something that could make your business become obsolete, like a buggy whip that happened in the 19th century? Buggy whip makers didn't do real good when automobiles came out. They forgot what business they were in. So it's a key thing. Consider, what business are you really in? What are you really doing for your customers? What problems are you solving? What's the nature of your relationship with them? How will that help you continue to grow and thrive while your competitors stumble as this wave of AI tools reshapes the business landscape? And again, this is something that's going to happen fast. It's going to be a couple of years as opposed to a decade or a couple of decades like we've seen with past technological waves. And need to be working it. How are you? Second question I have for you is, how are you coaching your team? The managers in your business, your leadership team, how are you coaching them with respect to AI? What kind of training are you encouraging people to get or bringing to your business for your team so that you can remain, competitive or get a leg up on your competition? These are things to consider. Don't have an answer for you. There's a lot of open questions. And that's one of the things from a leadership standpoint, right? You need to get comfortable with having open-ended questions like that because it's the nature of leadership. And it's something that was very, very uncomfortable for me at the beginning. And to be honest, now it's only uncomfortable to me all the time. It's just, I've just gotten comfortable with being uncomfortable about that. It just goes with the territory as a leader. There's open-ended questions, requires living in the gray, so to speak, a little more. Need to keep an eye on it, which is why we're doing our AI for Business Leaders Summit, which will be in June. If you are interested in that, you want more information, let's see if we got a banner set up here. Send, send a request for more information. It's going to be a small group. This is the first time we've done it, so it's going to be by invitation only. If you want to get on the list of consideration for who's invited, just send me a note at info@adventureceo.com and I'll follow up with you personally. Then we'll talk about that and see if it'll be a good fit for you and for the rest of the folks that'll be there. And again, this will be a small group and it will be focusing on the leadership questions, not the technology. We're not going to do a deep dive on technology. That's not what this is about. This is about at the business level. What does this mean to you? How are you using it? How are other people using it? And what to watch out for and what to really just go perhaps all in on, things to consider along those lines. So again, send an AI request to info@adventureceo.com. I'm Wolf. This is Wolf's Watch. Happy National Astronauts Day and happy National Space Day. Thanks for being part of the conversation, and I will see you